Hey there, how you doing? Charlie Winters here with selections for Friday, the 6th of May. And they are as follows. Well, tomorrow's selections will be racing at Chester. I've looked for in fact, they all are, to be honest. I've looked for the extra place races, and every single race is an extra place race. So let's get straight into it. What I've done, I've just, yesterday's selections, as in the 5th of the 5th, Thursday. Basically, it was money back. It was the first horse came nowhere, never really in it. Second horse was it Hamish, 1 9 to 2, I believe. The third horse, Restorer, came placed. I think it was 28 to 1, and the fourth horse was very disappointed. It missed the break, I actually thought his chance were over straight away. I expected to race just off the pace and come with a good run, or at least, well, yeah, pretty much that, but it didn't anyway. So I think I made 60 pence profit on the day. So let's get straight into Friday's selections. So the first selection is in the 3:15 at Chester, and the horse is Cleveland at 6 to 1. I'm taking all the prices today. I think they've all got the possibility of getting shorter. In the 3:15 at Chester, the Chester Cup, paying 5 places instead of 3. Well, this horse, it's had some time off. It made a reappearance run not too long ago, ran a cracking race over still what I consider is probably it's been running over half the distance it actually needs. I went into the breeding of this, and I can't remember off the top of my head, but you've got the dam sire and the sire, all either winning or racing over 1 mile 4 plus. This horse was crying out for a trip. Well, it's 2 mile 2.5 furlong, I believe the race is tomorrow. It's been pretty much running round about just over a mile. So if this horse is fit, I think it's got a decent handicap mark because obviously it's been running over a trip way short of its best. But don't get me wrong, there could be a chance that for some reason it doesn't stay, or maybe it's the bounce back from its first run, after a long time off. I think it's one of those horses where there's plenty of room for potential, and 5 places, yeah, I think it's got a good chance. I'm also banking on there being a deluge. Well, the rain seems to hit Chester at about dinner time and gradually gets heavier. Well, Chester's currently good to soft. I think the first sight of rain could easily make it soft again. They have watered, so it should very quickly deteriorate. So I can't see it touching heavy. But towards the end of the day, it's definitely got to be on the very testing side of soft. So there you have it, the first selection, Cleveland. The second selection is in the 3:45, and this horse is Night on Earth, priced up at 12 to 1. There aren't enough horses for 3 places, but because it's an extra place race, they are upping it to 3 places. So unless it's lots of non-runners, just keep an eye on that. But they should still be paying 3 places. This horse, in my opinion, this could actually be a non-runner because it ran actually Thursday. This horse it's in the best form it's ever been in, and for it to run its best race, I believe Harry Davis has got to kick it out straight away and get to the front, or at least be in the first 2. Any worse than that, I'm not convinced. It's not got a great draw. That's why he's got to go straight to the front with it. Well, there's a few of these horses making their reappearance tomorrow as well, or Friday. So it could catch them out, and then there's a good chance they won't pick up on what could be soft or testing ground. So I think it could make them all go. Michael Appleby has got his head screwed on. The third selection is Calaroon, priced for 8 to 1 in the 4:20 at Chepstow. Sorry, not Chepstow, at Chester, paying 5 places instead of 4. Well, this is a real dark horse, and with it coming from Ireland, well, I've got to give it every chance. It will handle soft ground. This is another horse that wants further, and it's ran some okay races at this trip, but it's been held up towards the back. I think this horse is crying out to be racing not prominently, probably in the first 4 or 5, and then I think there's a lot more to come from this horse. I'm wondering if they haven't plotted this horse, why don't they just race it to win in Ireland? Why do they need to bring it to the Chester races? I believe it's trained by the daughter. I think her name's Cogan, surname Cogan, Miss Cogan, and I think she trains it for a mum. I don't know any backstory apart from that, but price about 8 to 1. I think if this is fancied, it could go pretty short. And I think this has been trained for this race. I don't know why, but I think it has been. maybe because of the prize money. But I think it's got a good chance, especially paying first five. Well, the fourth horse is Bellatrixia at 5-2 in the 455 at Chester, paying 4 places instead of 3. Well, as I know, as you know, this isn't really an each way's prize, but they won the race. Sorry, this stable won the race last year with, I think it was Green Book. Well, Bellatrixia, I'm expecting from stall 1 to go straight to the front. It will handle soft ground. It stays every step of this trip. It's got Franny Norton, who's probably the best jockey at Chester, and I think it's good. I think it's just going to make all. I think it's going to really stretch the pace from a long way out and get them all at it. And this horse is, I think it's rated 77. It was rated 74 when it used to run for Richard Parley. So it's only got to, and it was in decent form then. It was competitor off that mark then. Well, a year later, I think it's at least a year later, you've got Venetia Williams. She's had a decent hurdling season with it. It's been running over much further. It's definitely strengthened up. Fitness is on its side, and I think it's just something like £3 or £4 higher than when it used to race for Richard Parley. So I think there's loads of improvement in this. So as long as he can get it straight to the front, relax it in front, hopefully not a pestered lead. I think it could be that well in that even a pestered lead, I think there could be a lot of horses that struggle to pick up from behind it. And don't get wrong, I am thinking or hoping there's a lot of rain tomorrow, because I think all the selections will benefit from a lot of rain. Anyway, the stake is about a 60. Basically, I've entered the account today with what was in it. It was a 69 pence each way, lucky 15, which comes to £20.70. Decide what you want to bet. Obviously, you can include your own sections with them as well, but don't bet with more than you can afford to bet with. Fingers crossed for tomorrow. I'll be cheering them on. My bet's on. The very best of luck. Charlie Winters, over and out. Cheers, mate.